It's time! Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and up. In the jungle, we unite and up. Trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Single bottle, never stop it. So the beast and on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins.
Welcome to another episode of Bengals and Brews. Having some technical difficulties here, that's why we're starting a few minutes late. Sound's not coming through my headphones. I don't know now if I can even hear Greg. Greg, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Can everyone else hear Greg?
Can you all hear me? Let everybody know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, come back out and back in, Greg, and see. I don't know what the hell's going on, to be honest. I was late getting down here trying to cut grass. Started raining, so a little wet. But other than that, so it's Friday. So you guys could hear Greg, but you couldn't hear me. Or you could hear me and Greg, but I can't hear Greg. Cam, what's up?
What's going on?
Okay, I can hear Cam. Greg?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just not coming through my headphones. So are we all good now?
I'm good. I can hear you both.
Yep, I'm good.
All right, I don't know why it's not coming through my headphones. It's being weird. It's usually set up to work where I can hear through the headphones and then talk through the mic. It's all one thing, but it's being weird. Whatever. Everybody can hear you. Everybody could hear you before, Greg, but I couldn't. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, well. Point is, we can hear each other now.
But it's Friday. What's up, fellas? I think Jaeger Bomb is due.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let's get this party started. See if I make it till the 8 o'clock show tonight.
You never do you?
I make it. I'm just not quite always there.
Right.
But I'm not there.
I'm kidding.
So, what's up, guys? How we been?
Yeah, just did a lot of mulching today at work. How about you?
Like I said, I tried to cut my grass and it started raining, so I'm soaked.
That does put a damper on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I got most of it done in the rain still, so that's the good news.
So, Dale, one thing I want to ask, what's your take on the it's not a good time to be a Detroit Lions fan now, is it?
Oh, the gambling thing that came down? Yeah. Besides Jameson Williams, who's the other guys?
I don't even know.
I don't know. I know they're released already.
Oh.
Yeah, they cut them already.
Yeah.
Well, it was coaches that got involved too, I heard. Is that correct?
That I'm not sure of.
I heard it was coaches also, so it's like, oh boy.
So Jeremy asking how that could affect the draft with that news. If anything, now I could see him maybe taking a receiver a little earlier because they had St. Brown and I think counting on Jameson, but now he's out another 6 weeks when he was injured last year. So at some point you got to say, okay, we need some more bodies in here that can get it done. I know they have Marvin Jones, but still.
Hey, you can't be throwing the ball to Marvin Jones all the time.
They have 2 first-round picks, so I could see. I still think with number 6, that's way too high for probably any receiver.
Oh yeah,
but maybe at 18 they use one, or in the second round they pick a receiver. I could see it making them more likely for a receiver somewhere early.
Absolutely.
So I titled this one "Draft Surprises." So this could be kind of crazy. Maybe your draft surprise now is you think, okay, they're going to take Jackson Smith and Jigba, 6 overall, Detroit Lions, put them on the board. It could be something like that, or it could be a position group that's like, okay, maybe the first kicker is going to go in the 3rd round. You guys got any surprises? You can say players, positions, whatever. I'll say one, which I know maybe it's already happening, but I put him on the thing as Audible Warrior. I could just see him being a first-round pick because I think he's the next most explosive guy, really, after Kancey like Kansas and Jalen Carter, if you want a guy that could be 3 tech and give you pass rush, like I'm liking him a little more than Breesy.
Speaking of Kansas, I think Kansas could go top 15. I mean, Kansas is just the biggest mystery. He could go from top 15 to maybe not even in the first round. We don't know. So, but if I had to make a bold guess right now, Tyler Linderbaum barely made the first round. I don't think Kansas could go in the first round.
Interesting. So where he's such an arm length outlier, you think that could end up knocking him?
It almost did to Linderbaum, but, like I say, I could easily be wrong and all that, but he's just a mystery. I'm sure a lot of people are going to call me crazy in this chat and all that, but I would not be surprised if he does not go in the first round. But then again, I could also not be surprised if he doesn't go in the top 15. That's the crazy part.
I don't even think I'd be mad at that, too. If we drafted Audiborier in the first.
No, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad. No, absolutely.
Like, all right, I see that. I see what you're doing there. And he's like a souped up Wallace Gilberry. I always go back to him when I think of a defensive end D tackle that just could slide back and forth so easily between those two spots and produce at either one. But I think he could be on obviously a much higher level career wise than Wallace was.
Cam, you got one?
That's a little far fetched, maybe, but I think Darnell Washington will. I think he'll go anywhere between 3rd and the 4th round. I think he drops some. Like I said, like the physical specimen is there. Like he's big, strong. He can run, do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, the production wasn't there, and if you look at it on film, it's kind of like, it doesn't give you that much that you're looking for. So, I think Darnell Washington is one that's going to go lower than what we expect.
I think he's going to go lower. You thinking like late 2nd, like he could be there at 60 type low?
60, or I could see us even passing him up at 60 and in the 3rd.
He just doesn't. He hasn't produced. I mean, there's tools to work with, but man, tight end is just such a tough position in general. It has a really high fail rate in general, so it's risky. That's why I'm good if we bypass anybody in the 1st or the 2nd, really, at tight end and hammer those 3rd through 5th rounds.
Yep.
But you know what? I'm trying to think. More surprises. Could you guys, Hendon Hooker? Could you guys see him going before Levis? I think some people have him ranked higher than Levis. Could Hendon Hooker be a 1st-round pick? Let me just ask that.
Pork Chop's pissed at you. He's pissed at you. Cam.
I was going to say, Cam, you don't know Pork Chop that well, man. I'm thinking, Cam, you and Pork Chop are going to go at it, man.
Look, Pork Chop, I'm sorry. I know you love Darnell Washington. But the production on film is not there. It's not there. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, back to Greg. Hendon Hooker. Man, I don't know. Like, if I was GM, I'd consider taking Hooker over Levis, but.
Hey, man, with the banana peel and putting mayonnaise in coffee, that's a red flag. I'm sorry.
I mean, especially, like, if I needed to win now. Like, I think Hendon Hooker's, he's like 24, 25 years old. He'll be 26. So, like,
that's old, though.
Yeah, no, but do you guys not forget what he did against Alabama with Tennessee? After that Alabama game win with Tennessee, it's like everybody forgot about him right after that. Everybody was, like, all over him being a Heisman. It's like everybody forgot about him,
I don't know. Like I said, he's older. It's hard to take him in the 1st round knowing he's that. He's 25, 26 years of age. That's hard. If he was younger, I probably think he'd probably be like the 3rd quarterback off the board
easily.
But I was gonna ask, what do you think about Anthony Richardson? Do you think he was?
That was another one of my. I don't think he falls. Another one of my surprises is, and I'll just say this ain't even for draft day, but we're gonna look back 3 years from now, and he's gonna be the best quarterback out of this class. And I think other people would say that too because he's got a high upside. But I truly believe it. He just got to find the right coaching and the right system, like Josh Allen did. And I think we'll be talking about him as a potential Pro Bowler as early as year 2 to 3 in his career. So that's a hot take. That's like a draft surprise, what I think could happen in the future.
Yeah, I got to say, if Darno watches there at 60 and we don't take him, I think Pork Chop's going to go on a rampage. I'm staying away from Pork Chop for like maybe a month or two or something if we pass on him. He's there at 60. But I could easily see that happening.
Now, I'll throw another one out because the Bengals Sands did a mock draft, and the mock draft looked good. I really liked it. But then it's just the way it worked out. There was no tight ends drafted. So
what?
Would that be something that would just be a complete shock to you if the Bengals don't draft a tight end? Because the same thing kind of happened last year. When the positions came, the value just didn't line up. People were picked before their picks in the rounds they wanted to take them. I know it's a deep class this year, but how shocked would you be if we don't take a single tight end in this draft?
I would be 100% shocked. I just don't see a scenario that happening. It's funny you say that. Joe Goodberry posted a poll. Which position will the Bengals most likely skip in the first 4 rounds? And the tight end got like 11% vote and all that. I mean,
what ended up getting a high vote on that?
Okay, so OT got running back got 41%, which I could sort of see happening. Then it was. Then again, I don't know, man. Then
I said O tackle. I said O tackle for me.
OT. Yeah. So running back 41%, OT 36%, corner 12%, tight end 11%. Thing is, I voted tight end. I just didn't pay attention to the poll and all that. I'm like, oh man, I didn't pay attention right. I'm like, so I mean, yeah, tackle. I think would be the first one.
Our boy Jerome said he'd be more shocked if we didn't draft a running back than a tight end. And I think I agree.
I don't agree with Jerome, man. I
don't agree with that. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I don't agree on that, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely need a tight end, man. Yeah. Like I say, you're one injury away, and unfortunately, Irv Smith Jr. does have some good concerns of staying healthy. Yeah. You don't want to be one injury away of playing Dale's favorite Bengal. You know what I mean?
Chris said, we got to stay, we're good.
We don't want that. So I mean, you got to get a little bit more depth there, and you got to get someone that's far as get some chemistry with Joe Burrow long term. As far as just 1 year here, 1 year there.
Speaking of what we're talking tight end, did you guys listen to hear that podcast from Paul Daner and Jay Morrison, the one that they were talking about tight ends? And Kuntz has been mocked to a bunch, but you know what Paul Daner said interesting about Kuntz was he's not a willing blocker. Yes, he's got the athletic traits, but he's not a willing blocker. That's something to keep an eye on with Kuntz and all that and stuff. I mean,
it is, but I'll see your podcast listening, and I'll go to another one. So I listened to Locked On because they had Brian Callahan on, who is the offense coordinator.
Oh, I didn't listen to that one yet.
He was talking about tight ends. He said him personally, he didn't say now this is like what they would do, but he said him personally, he'd rather have the tight end that can get open, create a mismatch.
Oh.
It sounded like he's probably personally high on Kincaid from the sounds of that, or like a Musgrave.
Really?
That's what I read from it. And, man, that dude is so open. You don't get it from Zach. You don't get it from Duke. But Brian goes on these. I'd love to have him on.
Oh, my God.
But that'll never happen. But
yeah, so really he's all into the receiving tight. Like I said,
he listed the running backs. He said Bijan, Gibbs, and he said then Charbonnet. Yeah, that's the top 3. Like he said that flat out. He didn't fuck around about it.
He didn't beat around. He just went straight up.
That's the consensus around the league, top 3. So he didn't say like, "Oh, this is ours," but shit. I mean, he might as well have.
You might as well for now.
All right.
Which makes me go back to pick 60. If they got Charbonnet that high, or maybe Gibbs, maybe they go Gibbs at 28.
Dale, if it came down between Charbonnet and a Kraft, I know we got him in the 3rd round yesterday. I still think we should take him in the 2nd round. I like Kraft in the 2nd round. He fits us perfectly. I am not going to bitch. Would you? Would you honestly bitch if we took Kraft in the 2nd round?
No, I wouldn't bench.
Nah.
I'm high on Kraft. I got him, like I said, I got him
No.
right above Laporta. Like, I would love either of those guys.
If we get Kraft, I will eat a whole thing of Kraft macaroni and cheese live on Brews next time. I will shove it down my. I will eat it.
Like that'd be some kind of fucking punishment, Greg.
No, okay, yeah. No, in a good way. I love Kraft macaroni and cheese.
That'd be punishment for me and Cam having to watch you sit here and eat all episode.
Well, it's okay. I don't see what you guys would get out of that. Never mind.
Yeah, why are you trying to punish us?
Yeah, I guess that'd be punishing to watch me. Like I can't watch this.
But yeah, our buddy Chris said, got the vibe from Callahan Gibbs. Might be a possibility. I do too. And I know we talked about it before, but I think I'm kind of on that Gibbs train, boys.
Okay, here we go, Joe.
I just think I don't know. I feel like more and more we getting closer to the draft.
Yeah,
more and more we're feeling like steering away from defense.
Guys, we got.
First, we was thinking of Forbes.
Yes.
Hey, I'm still about Forbes. I'm still with the Forbes thing.
You know, I was anti.
Goes. Maybe we're not the only team that's like Forbes is the man.
I'm just saying though, if Forbes is there down to him and Gibbs would be exciting, yes. But Forbes, I didn't want to take a cord in the first round a couple weeks ago, but I got around. He's a premium position. If Forbes is there, I'm going to the podium and taking him.
Bro, Greg is gonna need a whole show on his bets and like he's.
I know. He keeps track of all this.
Butt ass naked, hunching a fucking who knows what.
And a crop top if Zeke still comes in. I
They're gonna have a crop top on and be naked.
Oh man, I'm really pushing it.
See, Pork Chop's on the Forbes train. See, I say you gotta have. See, I was telling Houday Joe he needs to start.
No, Pork Chop. I'm on the Forbes train too. I'm not going to be mad if we took Gibbs. I'll still be happy. Like I told you both. If I trust what management's doing, I do not get nervous. I trust what they're doing.
I told Houday Joe he needed to start a shirt now, a Forbes list, and just have all the teams we play, and just like a lock, like in a box and then a lock.
Oh, since all these shirt companies are going to have a field day with this one.
Yeah, fuck that. I want to make money off this shit, Greg.
Yeah, there you go.
All
right, Jerome, I'll write down the bets. You all remember the bets better than I do. I just keep saying stuff out, but you guys now are remembering this, so I'm going to get in trouble. So
yeah, I can't, Jerome. I have no clue all the bets Greg's made.
No, I just keep throwing stuff out there just to have fun with this. And now Chris is saying, and the crop top is giving me the longest yard vibe. Sorry, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Chris.
Well.
Oh, yeah. Now I know. No, okay.
If we were in prison, Greg, you'd be one of the cheerleaders. That's all I'm saying.
I guess I asked for that one.
You did.
Yeah, I know Jerome way too many.
All right. So we just go through like running backs. Any big shocks we could see, surprises at running back?
I can see Gibbs in the first round. Is that really a shock?
No,
I don't think so.
I'll say Roshan going at the end of the second.
I could see that. I could
see that.
Would that be? I mean, that would be kind of a draft day surprise, though. Like
that wouldn't surprise. I could see it happening, though. I could see people valuing him.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I could see that for sure. Any shock at running back? Oh man, I think we're gonna see. I mean, it's probably not a shock, but I think we're gonna see Bijan go top 10. I think
wouldn't surprise me.
I think he's just too good, too talented. I understand the whole running back thing, but somebody's gonna take him super early.
Yeah, I printed out that spreadsheet that Goodberry and Lisco and Sands work on, and I know Santori even helps. A lot of people help out on that. So if I didn't have your name right off the top of my head, sorry about that. But I mean, I know Goodberry's worked on that a lot, and so I know they had Bijan number 1 overall. The way things shook out on their entire board of just prospects, and that's not even that shocking to me.
Nope. I mean, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm like, I think he can go to Detroit at 6.
Yeah. Charbonnet, would it be I'm not really sold on Charbonnet that much. I'm really not. But I could see somebody taking him. maybe even just a bit after the second round. Is that fair to say?
Greg, you shut your mouth. We're still talking about Bijan landing spots.
Well, it's too obvious. Come on, we know where he's going to. We all know the landing spots, man. Philly, Dallas, San Diego, the Chargers, whatever.
You're putting them in the 20s. That's what Cam's saying. The Lions at 6. I'll even throw in the Bears at 9. And then
I'll make it more of a surprise.
All right, go for it.
I'll make it more of a surprise. Bijan is going 3 to the Cardinals.
Oh, hell no.
Ooh.
3 to the Cardinals.
Okay, Cam. All right.
But I like it. That's what I mean. We're just throwing out what could be some surprises. We're not saying, hey, we predict this is going to happen.
I got one. I'll move over to quarterbacks. I think Levis is there at 28, and some team could call up to trade with us. I don't think Levis gets drafted in the first round.
Man, I still go back to he's number 2 betting odds favorite, whatever. I don't know.
Geno Smith, man.
Fall in love with that rocket arm. That's what it is.
Geno Smith. Remember, Geno Smith was supposed to be a first-round pick, everybody thought. Look what happened.
Somebody might slide, though.
Yeah. That's the thing. You would think one of these quarterbacks. Well, if it's CJ.
I don't think so.
Well, CJ, you guys, could you see a slide like happen with Fields where CJ isn't a top 10 pick?
No. Somebody would trade up to get him in the top 10. I don't think there's any scenario where Bryce Young and CJ Stroud is not selected in the top 10.
Did you guys see the thing today? They said it was scores, or it's not the Wonderlic anymore, but it's another kind of test they do.
No.
And Bryce Young had like a 97 or something, and all the quarterbacks that showed all, and then it was like way below. They said Stroud had 18. I ain't even buying that. Like,
nah, it's something going on with Stroud. Although it seems like it's a smear campaign now for Stroud.
There's a lot of slander on that man's name right now. Like,
yeah, I'm not a big Ohio State guy, but something ain't right. So I don't believe that. I think he'll be decent. I think he'll be a good quarterback.
I just don't know why you like drag a guy's name through the mud, even if it's like you want him or this, that, and the other. Like if it's starting from a team, like that's just bullshit to me. This guy's life, you know, his future, his kids, his family, everything. Should he worked for? Like,
yeah,
like that rubs me the wrong way so bad. Like it literally like. Like there's just no reason to do that. Like even if you don't think, okay, I think Bryce Young's better. I think Anthony Richardson might be better. Why this just like complete trashing of this guy? That doesn't seem to have a leg to stand on. Like most of the people that have come out and like refuted most of the stuff that's out there. Like, well, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Right. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. But I think I think CJ Stroud would be in the top 10.
Yeah, sure. I don't see that happen. I just don't. He's going to stay in the top 10. Pork chop, no way it happens.
Bryce, hey, I didn't think that was as crazy of an idea, like honestly, because of his upside. But it just sounds like they're honed in on Bryce Young.
Yeah, he canceled his visits, and it sounds like it's a done deal.
So you guys want to move to like receiver? You got any shocks? Like, I mean, I went out and say Zay Flowers ends up being the first receiver off the board.
You know what, man? So how many receivers are supposed to go in the first round? Is it 3?
Yeah, I think that's probably the number's probably somewhere in that 2.5 to 3 range for the over under. I would imagine.
Could it be possible maybe only 1 or 2 gets taken in the first round, or is that not going to happen?
It wouldn't shock me with this class.
Right. This class, oof.
I can see Smith and Jigba and Flowers being the 2. Now, do I think a 3rd or a 4th probably get taken? Probably. But would it shock me if the only 2 went? No.
Matt Lawless, Bengals pass on tight end and go with defense. I mean, now, Matt, that's not going to be a shock to us, bud.
Well, if they went,
Not Cam Smith.
now,
No,
if you said they pass Emmanuel Forbes up to go with Cam Smith over Forbes on the board.
Right. So Dale, I asked you this yesterday. I'm going to ask you again. Pro Football Focus has him slated to be a slot corner or a safety. You think he can play outside corner? Because I don't want to take a slot guy in the first round. Can he play outside corner?
Cam
yes
Smith,
or no?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I no. Joe Goodberry even said Cam Smith would be a great pick at 28. He said if Forbes got taken, he would take Cam Smith at 28. Coach Cam, would you take Cam at 28?
I'll take him at 28.
Yeah, no, if he's there, I mean, all I can tell you is get that shirt ready.
Right? We're saying I'm still Forbes over Cam Smith.
Yeah, I am too.
But if
Yes.
Forbes goes off the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, like I said, we're still Forbes, but yeah.
But yeah. Chris Crowley said, maybe this stuff with maybe he pulled a Keyshawn booty, but he was, banging some GM's daughter or Lord knows what. So you guys have anything for wide receiver? Anything that would be like a shock? Wide receiver is one of those positions that's like,
I don't know. Not really. I mean, it doesn't seem to
But while we are talking about wide receiver, we can talk about
Iosobis, man, I'm telling you, the more I read about him, the knock on him is he went to Princeton. That 6'3", that dude ran fast. And I was thinking about this today. Chase played. Am I right to say this? Chase played a lot in the slot last year. This guy looks like T. Higgins. He goes for the contested catch and all that. I say put Chase in the slot more. I know we still have Boyd, but this guy seems like it could be a steal for us, maybe in the 4th or 3rd round.
Well, he had an interview, right? And he said, he met with the Bengals. He mentioned the Bengals by name. I think he met with them 2 or 3 times at different things. So they clearly have interest in him. I don't know how high. I wouldn't take him until at least the end of the 4th. I really don't want to get a receiver until like the 5th round.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying something to think about. If they took him in the 3rd round, just say out of nowhere they took him in the 3rd round, what would both your reactions be?
I wouldn't. I would get it. I understand, but I would. I wouldn't be upset or nothing like that. But at the same time, like I agree with Dale. I think we should get one.
Foxy's really. Foxy took the bold prediction all the way up.
Yeah.
Bengals go wide receiver.
Dang, Foxy's putting in everything.
I just want us to trade back, man.
No, I can't blame you for that.
It's just too, at 28. I'm just feeling like it's too many guys around the same grade between 28 and 45. Those, I just feel like they clumped in together. If you could steal a pick, maybe in the 4th round, get an extra one and drop back 4 or 5 spots.
Yeah,
and still get a solid player, man.
People will give you 3rd round picks and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
5 or 6 spots.
Well,
I'm not so concerned about the 5th year option anymore. That was the reason not to, but it's you know what? When the guys are really good, guess what?
Yes.
They want
gotta pay.
Well, no. All right, so let me ask you this: how many players have to be on your board where you feel good trading back? Say if there's only one player you like, would you stay there and take? But say if you had 4 players left on your,
I'll toss out names.
Okay.
This guy's available. Would you take him or trade back?
Okay.
It's a new segment called "If This Guy's Available, Would You Trade Back?" That's all I got. I don't have a cool name for it. So, Michael Mayer. Michael Mayer's on the board. You take him or you trade him back?
Take him.
Take him.
Kalijah Cansey's on the board. Take him.
Take him.
Trade him back.
Take him.
Darnell Wright.
Oh, take him.
Take him.
Okay, so let's say those 3 are gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Emmanuel Forbes.
Take him.
Trade back.
Ooh.
I consider it too.
Yeah, okay.
Deontay Banks, another corner.
Trade back.
I think he's higher than Forbes. You'd have to take him.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Trade back.
Trade back.
DeJuan Jones.
Trade back.
Trade back.
That was pretty easy.
That was easy. Yeah.
Lucas Van Ness.
Trade back.
I'm taking him.
I'm taking him too.
You know what?
I'm taking him.
I really like
him. I'm taking him.
Okay, that's fine.
He's played inside some at Iowa too, so he can.
All right.
You know, if we're not going to get a 3-tech, we got another.
Hey, but that's you, Greg. You trade back. Ain't
Hey, hey, Cam.
nothing wrong with that.
I'm Home Alone 2 serious. I'm standing my ground here.
Breezy, Brian Breezy.
Trade back. I'm not sold on him.
Yeah, I'm not either.
He's just too
Miles
much of a
Murphy.
mystery. Who?
Trade back.
Miles Murphy from Clemson.
I'm trading back.
I take him. But no, you know what? Trade back. Because I read somewhere I would trade back, actually.
Some of these are tough. Like Murphy wasn't even in the conversation. Then the Bengals
Right.
bring him for a visit, and then there's reports
Yeah.
he could slide. But I see the concerns. We talked about him. Nolan Smith.
Oh, take him. Cam, seriously, you're thinking about this?
Cam Smith?
Nolan Smith.
Oh, Nolan Smith. Oh. Yeah, we taking him.
See, I'd trade back on him too. Just because I think he's a linebacker. I think he's 3-4 linebacker.
Hey,
Yeah,
pork
like I
chop.
said,
Pork
I
chop.
get it. But
I
he got
wanna-
too much talent.
I want to call out Pork.
Joey Porter Jr. Let's just say he slides.
Who?
Joey Porter Jr. Let's say Forbes, Banks go, and Porter's the guy who slides a corner. This happened.
I'm taking.
I take him just so I could see Joey Porter having to wear Bengals gear. That'd be worth it for me.
Remember the Darquez Denard draft?
Yes.
He was like supposed to be third, and then
Yes.
we talked about all these corners, and those corners all went that draft.
Yes.
And then it was like, oh shit, Denard.
No. We were picking 22nd, and no, Paul Gunther, even I read somewhere, he said this. We were picking 22nd. He was 8th on their board, he said. That was
He
ridiculous.
ended up being solid, but not great.
No, he was like a slot corner. Why did he fall? Did we remember why he fell?
He was slow.
Okay.
He's a slot corner.
That too, yeah.
You know, like that's just it is what it is.
Hey, pork chop for the record, man. Goodberry, I know you say I put way too much into what Goodberry says, but there's been a lot of times I've been happy about a player, and Goodberry said he didn't like him, and Goodberry's been right. So I know he's not right all the time, but I trust Goodberry and know what others say.
Oh, Joe's a little bitch. Come on now.
Okay.
Kidding, everyone.
Kidding. Come on. Whoa, Matt. Cam Smith is better than Porter by a mile. Hold the phone there, bro.
No, there's hatred.
Matt love Cam Smith. I know he better get a Cam Smith jersey if we get him.
Oh, yeah.
He probably no. He just wants that T-shirt that's going to come out with Derek.
Yeah, twin Cam.
I actually would endorse that too myself.
Facts. Well, Cam, I know you were saying you probably had to get off there about 15 after.
Yeah.
So I'll probably run a mock. Do you want to go ahead and bounce before that? Tell people where to find you.
You should know where to find me by now. No, I'm just kidding. Find me on Twitter, Coach KMC, and follow Time Out with Cam. That's on Twitter as well. So make sure y'all follow those.
Cam is the man.
All right, peace, y'all. Take care.
Take care, Cam.
See you, brother. Have a good weekend.
You
Take
too.
care, buddy.
All right, Greg. You ready to grow your balls?
I've been growing up, man.
We're not just doing. I'm making you grow your balls today.
Okay.
We're doing an entire first round mock draft.
Oh, damn. Okay. Let's do this.
Told you.
Hey, I'm game.
So I'm not used to setting it up that way. So
There you go, man.
Give me all the teams.
You know what the teams want more better than I do, man. So I'm going to have to wing some of these guys. So bear with me here.
It's all right. We got the chat to help us too.
Grow 'em and shave 'em, Matt. There you go.
Matter of fact, if anybody wants to jump in,
Yeah,
I will
let 'em
put
jump
the
in.
link out for anybody that wants to hop on and help us do a first round mock draft for all teams. So anybody that wants to do that, you don't even have to have your camera on because guess what? I'm going to have my camera off part of the time because I'm going to be doing Jaeger bombs and ripping heaters because it's Finger fucking Friday, baby. Let's go!
Oh, Matt says he's in already. Hey, Matt's going to take Cam Smith with the first pick. You watch.
Yeah, so anybody that don't want Cam Smith in the first, you need to come on here and help argue against Matt.
Yep.
We know his pick already.
Yeah, I think it's well said.
I'm going to take Cam Smith first overall, so right now, just so he can't do that.
Right. By the way, did you see Chase today when he was like, oh man, he was like lifting like over 315 pounds or something?
He's a beast, man.
I mean, Chase, oh my God.
You know he's just going to get better and better as well. One pill a day
every year.
Regardless, sick. Hell yeah. You get ads along with this. Thanks, NFL Money Base Simulator.
Yeah.
So we're on pick one. We'll give people a minute or two here. I don't think it's going to be too difficult, but I'll go ahead and let you, Greg, say who you would take, and then who do you think will get taken?
Well, number one's a simple because it's both. They're going to take, and I think, and they will take Bryce Young. Mark that down.
But you wouldn't, right? You would take Stroud, you've said before.
It's like I haven't watched both of them again, but Stroud, though, man, I just didn't like he played so well. I thought people were way too hard on him. I know the whole Michigan thing, him losing to Michigan twice in a row. I understand that, but Stroud, man, really put on a good show. But Bryce Young, though, man, really didn't do anything either near the end. So it's kind of a toss-up between the two. I'm going to say, all right, you know what? I would take Stroud just because he's bigger, but it's going to be Bryce Young.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the board just because, like, nationally, everywhere, you haven't heard anything but Bryce Young. Like, if they could announce it, they'd go ahead and announce it. But the NFL doesn't want teams to do that. They get really pissy about it. So, the Carolina Panthers, pick number one overall, Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama. Size concerns, but everything else, I mean, good touch on the ball, can make plays happen with his feet. I was listening to Daniel Jeremiah. Daniel Jeremiah said he's like Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I know. I hate that.
Jesus Christ.
But he said, but you obviously the size difference, you know.
I don't care size difference or not. That's an insult, man. Come on. I mean, that's like, didn't they compare, what's his name, Kenny Pickett last year to Joe Burrow? What's up, Matt?
Yeah, everyone's going to get compared to Burrow for a while because he's a great-ass prospect, you know?
Yeah.
What's up?
You got Cam Smith with the first pick?
Not necessarily.
Okay, just making sure. We went with Bryce Young, so.
Bryce Young. The link's still out here for anybody else that wants to hop in. I think we got one more hopping on now. We got Rob hopping in.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, Rob? Can you hear us?
What's up?
Do you hear us?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we took Bryce Young first overall. Anybody have problems with that one?
No.
It sounds like that's probably going to be the pick. Now we're here at pick 2 with the Texans. I've heard all kinds of different shit this week with this one. So we're just going to go down. Who do you think will be the pick? And who do you guys think we should draft for the Texans?
I think it's going to be. They're going to go defense. They've said they really don't care for the quarterbacks. I think they should go Bryce Young right here. I know C.J. Stroud right here, but I think they're going to go defense. Best defense player available. It looks like it's Will Anderson.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it should be CJ.
Yeah,
it could be Will Anderson.
Yep.
I think it's going to be Will Anderson.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, unanimous that they're going to do what the Texans do, and they're going to gamble.
Yep.
And we're going to quarterback. So that puts the Cardinals at pick 3. Now, here's where I could see where Stroud gets past that a trade happens, but we're not going to do trades on this one. So without a trade, man, this makes it tough a little bit to me for the Cardinals. What do we think they're gonna do here?
I think they go. They might go Jalen Carter. I don't know if they'll take him or not. I think they like taking first-round corners. Who's the best corner available? Is it Witherspoon or Gonzalez?
Gonzalez.
I would go Gonzalez right here, but I have no idea what I think they're going to do though. You know what? I think I'm going to say Gonzalez, and I think they will take Gonzalez.
No,
I'm
we'll
good
get
with that.
everybody else's opinion because I'm not sure on this one myself.
No, I'm not sure. I want to hear all your opinions too.
They're definitely out on quarterback.
Yep.
I like Gonzalez there.
Yeah. They lost, who they lose? Peterson a couple years ago.
Yep.
I don't think it's Carter yet with
No.
all the off-field stuff. So, yeah, I think it's one of the 2 top corners.
Yep.
I think it would have been Carter, but like you guys said, the off-field stuff probably makes that a little less likely. So, Cam mentioned earlier on a bold take on here, Bijan. Would that be in the conversation for you guys?
Yeah, I don't. You could argue it, but I don't know. That might be a little too high. I don't know. I mean, it's close.
I think they would trade down before they took Bijan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think ultimately this probably is a trade down spot, right in front of the Colts.
Yeah.
But
Right, more of a trade up. Somebody's trying to get in front of the Colts.
Yep.
More so even than Arizona. I think Arizona would be happy to take Gonzalez, but
if the Raiders like Stroud, I could see the Raiders coming from 7 in real life and moving.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
But we'll take Gonzalez in this scenario.
I think Raiders would come up and do Raiders things and take Richardson.
Yeah,
Oh, easily. No. Raiders have really screwed the draft up for a bunch of people over the years, but yeah, I totally could see that.
all right, so now we got the Colts on the board. I mean, they need a quarterback. It's just a matter of Levis, Richardson, or Stroud.
Richardson, I think they like. So my brother-in-law, like I've told you, is a big Colts fan. He likes Richardson. I think they like Richardson too. I think I'm going to go both here. Anthony Richardson. What do you guys think?
See, Ken was saying he could see Robinson.
I think Stroud's out. I think it's between Richardson.
They like
go
Hunt
for
too.
Richardson.
They signed Minshew, right?
Right.
So they've got
I was thinking Levis too, but it might be too soon for that.
Yeah.
That's a guy that mid to late first.
Yeah. So, man, it's hard to – and I just wonder if all this Stroud slander is coming from the Colts organization.
Yeah. But I'm going to go Anthony Richardson. I think they like Richardson. That's just my personal guess. But they do like Levis, Jerome. You are right. But I just think it's way too like Matt just said.
Matt, Rob, what do you guys think?
I think it's a tough one.
I'm good with Richardson.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think they got Garner Minshew to be a stopgap.
Yep.
Give
So
Richardson-
they're taking the big swing.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, I could see it. They take the big swing and develop the guy for the year. And like I said, I mean, my take is he could end up being a Pro Bowler here in a few years.
Yep.
He's got all the traits. I mean, he's a
Yep.
freak of an athlete.
Absolutely.
All right, so Seahawks at pick 5.
This is CJ Stroud.
I think this. I don't know. Do you think they could go defensive tackle to go with that defense? I mean, Carter would be pretty tempting, but Bijan, I can see the Seahawks take. Or don't they? Aren't they good at running back? Or
Yeah, they just drafted Kenneth Walker last year.
okay, never mind then. What about Tyree Wilson? I mean, I think they could go. I think they could go Carter here.
Well, I have the needs. I have my list of team needs in front of me. Edge, D tackle, and corner as the top 3, which honestly, man, for them at pick 5, it sets up pretty well. If Will Anderson is on the board and Gonzalez, they would have their pick, but those two are gone. So to me, Carter does stand out.
Yeah.
But we all picked, so.
I just can't see them taking a quarterback with just paying what's his name? Geno Smith. I can't see them doing that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The Geno deal probably has them out on Stroud. And Pete Carroll's always kind of liked defense guy. You know, he always he wants a good defense. So yeah, it's
Witherspoon
probably
will be in the conversation here. Witherspoon, Carter, and Tyree Wilson, I think, are probably any of those three. Is there one that's out to you guys that you think Seattle would go with?
I think that they're good at corner right now. I think. I mean, well, no. I mean, they could use another one. You got to go Carter. I got to go Carter here. I know what the charge is, but this is where I would take Carter.
What do you think, Matt? You got a problem with Carter?
No, not really.
Yeah, I think that's a solid pick at 5 for them. And they still have pick 20 that they can come back and do something else with. D tackle wise, Carter is at the top of the list. I think they could still get a good corner.
Yeah.
Even an edge guy at pick 20 still. So
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, 2 picks.
Carter, and now the Lions are on the clock.
I think they could take Bijan. I think they could take Bijan here. This would not surprise me. But they need to go defense. They need defense badly. And I think Tyree Wilson would help them out, though. Their defense was a mess last year.
They traded Akuda at corner. I know they brought in a couple guys, but I don't think any of them are supposed to be studs.
Yeah. Witherspoon makes sense. Yeah, either Witherspoon or Wilson right here. I guess whether you got to go with premium. Well, they're both premium, but I don't know. I'll trust what you guys think. It's down to Wilson and Witherspoon, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think you build it in lines, build in the trenches, and work your way out from there.
Yeah.
They didn't have any run defense last year. Yeah, I think it's Tyree.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too, Tyree. Like I say, it's a toss-up, but yeah, I'm cool with that, building the trenches, yeah.
Now, do the Raiders do Raider things and go Will Levis or C.J. Stroud?
You got to go down the list, Dale. Go down the list. They're going to take someone way down the list that
They're going C.J. Stroud.
You think they would?
Yes.
All right, let's go with C.J. Stroud.
You got the number 2 player on the board at 7. They're going to take him.
They
Yeah,
have Garoppolo, but is he just kind of okay? He's a guy. I don't know what his contract was off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think it's definitely CJ in this scenario.
it just wouldn't surprise me if they did something nobody expected, because that's what they do all the time. But yeah, no, this
wouldn't surprise me either. But let's get him, CJ.
Let's just do it. Yeah.
Don't screw this up.
Yeah.
Now the Falcons, they've had a good process here in free agency, adding some talent in their secondary and things like that. They retained their own guys on the O line. So, man, this is they were, I think, 31st in pass rush.
Yep.
But it's been picked over already with Wilson going and Anderson. But is this where Van Ness slides his way to the top 10 because the Falcons need it that bad?
Dale, not to change the subject, Falcons just released a Casey Hayward Jr. Does that change anything in your opinion, or no, at corner?
No, he's older veteran, and that just means they're comfortable with some of the guys that they have and that they've brought in. And they traded for Akuda.
Right. So that doesn't matter. Okay.
And they brought in Bud Dupree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not that that's like game changing, but
Yeah.
Calais Campbell as well.
Yep.
They got Bates at safety. So
Who's the corner they had from Clemson a couple of years ago? That good corner. What's his name?
I can't think of. I know they have a good corner.
Yeah, that's
a good player.
I forget. Well, we all know who. Yeah, we all
got
know.
a guy saying Nolan Smith. That wouldn't shock me.
No, it would not.
Smith, honestly, either one of those
I
guys.
think they would have to trade down to get Nolan Smith. I don't think they'd take him at 8.
Yeah, Van Ness though. There's been a lot of talk. I know Daniel Jeremiah was just listening to that, and he was just saying about 8. He could see Van Ness being because their pass rush is so bad. Oh, AJ Terrell.
AJ, that's who it is. Yes, he's a top 5, top 10 corner.
Yeah, he's a damn good corner.
Yeah.
What's their wide receiver situation? Anybody think Falcons might pop a wide receiver?
They took London last year, but they could always use another receiver. But they got Kyle Pitts, who's pretty much like a wide receiver that's a tight end. But
traded away Calvin Ridley.
Right. Well, exactly. We got to remember they're a run-first team and all that. I was thinking of Bijan right here, but aren't they good at running back?
I like the rookie they had last year, and they did bring back what's his name? That's been a return guy, stud. I think
Cordarrelle Patterson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they've got 3 or 4 bodies in that room already, at least. That I don't think, and like I said, their pass rush is so bad. I think they've got to go pass rush. It's just a matter of which one of these guys. And I don't think Murphy's going top 10.
No. Will McDonald's way too high.
Van Ness had 7.5 sacks. He's played inside, outside at Iowa. I just think his best ball's ahead of him. He's quick off the snap. He does give you the pass rush juice you need. You guys be good with taking Van Ness here at 8?
Yeah, I mean, if that's your best option, why not?
I think it's the best option for them.
Yeah.
I still think it's a reach, but
It's a reach. Fills a need. Yeah.
I think it's a reach, but I think they're going to reach for their need.
Yeah.
Which the Bengals don't have to do that. That's another reason that I'm happy where we're at. Now, 9, Chicago. Once again, I could see Bijan being in play here.
Yep.
I could see Paris Johnson. I could see Peter Skoronski because they like their left
they're taking
tackle.
Witherspoon. Home state. I just lost sound. Completely lost sound.
Well, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you fine, man.
Well, I saw Dale talking and I didn't hear him.
I don't know who they would go here. Do you guys have a strong feeling?
You know what? I think they should go offensive line. This is where the first because offensive line, you got some talented ones here. I go Paris Campbell right here. Or who's higher, Skoronski or Campbell?
Well, Johnson is technically higher, but the left tackle they got last year, Jones, was like a 4th-round pick, and all reports are they love him and they want him to be left tackle. They could use other running spots, which Skoronski could be a guard. Skoronski could be a right tackle. They need a right tackle. Does Darnell Wright enter the conversation even?
No.
The true right tackle. I've seen him going as high as 10 to the Eagles, so this is one spot higher than that.
I don't know.
They need everything, so
Yeah.
we really should just be taking the best player they possibly can.
Right.
Which is
I
Witherspoon.
Yeah, I think it's Witherspoon, Paris Johnson, or Skoronski.
I don't have corner as a need for them, but I don't know who their corners are off the top
Me
of my head.
neither. Like Rob just said, they need everything.
I need to almost go to our lads and look up their depth chart.
Bears need everything except quarterback, Gabbard said. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Because the names aren't popping off at the top of my head
No.
for the Bears at corner, but for some reason I don't have that as a need. So I've got Jalen Johnson, Jalen Jones, Kendall Vildor, Harrison Hand, Kyler Gordon, Nickelback. So Gordon was drafted, and he's supposed to be good. but
Nickelback sucks.
Does any of those other names really stand out to anybody?
No.
I'm going to go Witherspoon then.
Just do it. I don't care.
I think I need to add that need. Yeah, like they need everything. All right, let's give them the best player. Now the Eagles. This one's interesting.
Bijan. I go Bijan right here.
They traded away. I just blanked on his name to Carolina.
Sanders.
Yeah, Miles Sanders. But they had Gainwell and they've had a depth. They've had running back by committee and 3 productive guys for a long time now.
But that was one of Bijan's only visits was to Philly. So the connection's there, but I have the other needs as like DN, safety, corner. They brought back their 2 top corners, so I don't think that's as big of a need now. And I'm not taking Branch here as safety.
No.
They have picked 30 also. That's when they could consider a safety, or they could consider a Jahmyr Gibbs at 30. It's tough to pick for them because
Jahmyr Gibbs isn't an every down back. He would just fit into their committee.
But they lost their guard to the Steelers. Isaiah or Soamula, or I'm butchering that name, but you guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I believe so. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
So, but a guard wise, that's why somebody took Wright, because they're like Lane Johnson got the $33 million extension, but he's getting up there in age. And they would be like, they'd ask Wright to play guard for 1 year and then say the right tackle spot's yours going forward whenever Lane decides to hang him up.
This team just went to the Super Bowl, though. They're in a win now mode, and I think Bijan is the guy.
That's true. Yeah, and I mean Bijan with Hurts and then their weapons they have to throwing the ball is a nasty combination.
Do you think though they got a lot of money obviously tied up in QB. They got AJ Brown. I think they're getting a lot of the same questions the Bengals are about keeping all their wide receivers.
Smith and Jigba enter the conversation here.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Do they start planning for the future?
Maybe, but who's the other guy? So they got AJ Brown, which probably
they might look at receiver at 30.
Then Devontae Smith, he's only in his going into his third year. I don't know who else fills out their depth chart at receiver, but man, this is tough. Could they surprise everybody and go with like a Cansey?
It wouldn't. So that would work. They lost some They lost some guys on our defensive line. That actually wouldn't.
They lost Hargrave.
They lost Hargrave.
Olamide Zacchaeus. I don't know if you saw that. The coach he was like, I don't know how to pronounce his name in the press conference. So yeah, it's AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and Zacchaeus from Atlanta.
I did like him. I did like him from Atlanta. He was like their number 2 receiver last year.
Right.
They just didn't throw the ball at all. But then behind them, it's Tyree Cleveland, Brittain Covey, and Quez Watkins. They don't have a whole lot of depth behind their starting 3. And there's questions. They're dealing with the same questions the Bengals are about keeping all their weapons.
Right. Man, this is a tough one. I could see Bijan. DN got picked. The only guy would be Nolan Smith, because who better to learn from Nolan Smith than
Yeah, they love their D line.
Yep.
Yeah, Matt's over there having pit bull fights at his house.
And their D line's old.
Yep.
Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox.
That's true.
And those guys are getting up there. So
that's why I threw out Cansey, but I think Nolan Smith, Cansey, those guys on the D line could be options, and Bijan. So what do you guys want to do? Go crazy? Nolan Smith or Cansey?
I feel like because they have a second first rounder, they might do something like Bijan, even as early as it is.
All right. Let's give him Bijan.
Let's do it, yeah.
Now, oh, man, Paris Johnson. The Titans need a left tackle. This one just lines up.
It's just too simple.
We even need to talk about it.
No, this is too simple.
I mean, unless they
just like Skoronski better.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
but it's one of those two.
Yeah, I'm gonna think
Mike Vrabel, Ohio State. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now, Will Levis is setting on the board for the Texans, who bypassed quarterback.
Ooh, I still don't think they're going to do it. I think they're very keen on not taking. I don't know, man.
Nah, I have still heard that they like Levis, so
Well, it makes sense, but will they do it though?
yeah. I mean, I think if he's there at 12, I could even see him trading up. Like where we just drafted at 10 for the Eagles could trade back 2 spots with the Texans. The Texans could lock in Levis at 10, move back 2 spots to get Bijan. You know what I mean? Like I could see
Right.
that being a little trade. I think Levis is the pick here because they need
Yeah,
it.
okay.
That's fine.
I'm cool with that.
Makes sense.
The Jets, another team I think with all. I mean, they need an Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
You
know
guys
what?
think there's anything to that report that Tennessee's making a run at Rodgers?
No, I did not see that.
I mean, he would really. I know doesn't seem like a guy who cares how much of an asshole he looks like these past couple of years, but
But why not just give? Hey,
a real asshole should not go to the Jets at this point.
why not just give Garrett Wilson his teammate Jackson Smith? Why not? Let's just add him on, right? Give Rodgers as many weapons as possible. Is that crazy to say?
Well,
I don't think it's Rodgers holding the deal up at this point. So he'd love it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But are he and Garrett
probably.
Wilson kind of the same guy? JSN and Garrett Wilson. Like, don't they kind of profile the same way?
Mm.
Didn't they bring in?
Harmon. They brought in Harmon, didn't they?
The Valdez Scantling. Who did they bring in from the
Chiefs?
Packers? From the
Oh,
Packers.
from the Packers. Lazardus or whatever his name was.
Yeah, Lazarus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lazard.
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 whatever.
What? Yeah.
They have about 14 tight ends,
Yep. They don't need tight end.
but I heard they still are interested in tight ends. By the way,
Oh my God.
I can't explain that. But I think offensive tackle. You got
Yeah.
Skoronski and you got Broderick Jones.
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah.
get them? I don't know. Because I think they probably want a stud left tackle. Is that Broderick Jones ahead of Skoronski? I just think Skoronski's too good to keep passing.
Yeah. You got to take him here.
Yeah.
And right now, their starter's Mekhi Becton, who is
Yeah.
just a giant question mark.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
And let's say Becton pans out. Skoronski can play all over the line. You'll find a use for him.
Cedric Ogbuehi is their backup right tackle.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Every time.
Patriots, this one's going to be a tough one here because the Patriot way is different. So,
I have
Joey-
needs offensive tackle,
Joey Porter Jr.
edge, D tackle, corner.
Joey Porter would make a lot of sense here.
Broderick Jones, who's their left tackle? Like Broderick
I don't
Jones.
even know. Isaiah Wynn, I know they let go in free agency.
I think you'd expect Bill Belichick to take defense. They need wide receiver. They just don't ever invest in wide receiver.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one where if Van Ness was there, I would have put him on the board for Bill Belichick, but he's already gone. Would they be in on Murphy? I think Murphy, Porter Jr., or Broderick Jones at O tackle would probably be the 3. You think
I go Joey Porter.
Cornerback is, yeah.
I want to piss off the Steelers too because
I
I think
mean,
they want Porter so bad.
listen, Bill takes a lot of corners.
Yep.
I want to piss the Steelers off. Not
Exactly.
At our,
All right,
not
we'll take
at
it.
our expense.
We'll take him. Now, and Jigba's on the board at 15. Now, do the Packers finally go weapons? Do they
What
finally say, Rodgers is out of here, let's start adding talent? I could see it happening.
You know, I could see Dalton Kincaid they could take right here or Michael Mayer. They need a tight end. They need weapons. Is Dalton Kincaid the best? I think he's the best receiver on the board.
They need both. I think Jessen is probably makes too much sense to pass again.
Depends on who they value.
Yeah.
If they took defense, I could see Nolan Smith because they lost one guy from that used to be on the Ravens.
Oh, is it Darius Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So what do you guys think? Nolan Smith or Smith and Jigba?
You know what? They keep going defense, and they're not going to change. Let's go. I go Nolan Smith right here.
Nolan Smith.
All right. Washington. Talk about a team that probably also needs everything.
Well, McLaurin, hey, two Ohio State guys scared McLaurin and Jackson Smith.
Well, don't they have another Ohio State guy on that roster?
Oh, that's right. What's the running back?
No. Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel. That's him.
So I have offensive tackle, quarterback, which they don't think they need one, but they do. Edge, guard, corner. So offensive tackle, I mean, Broderick Jones stands out here. You've got a guy who's played in the SEC at a high level at left tackle. He's young. He's only going to get better.
Or who's the next cornerback?
Deontay Banks or Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah, so it's probably, in my mind, it's Broderick Jones or Deontay Banks.
We still have Darnell Wright at right tackle. Do they have somebody at left tackle? Is there a preference on their tackles, I wonder? I'm going to go here. Teams. Washington, look at their depth chart. So right tackle, they just brought in Andrew Wiley from Kansas City for right tackle. Left tackle is Charles Leno Jr. Yeah, he's pretty washed. So Broderick Jones, to me, would be the pick.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Now, the Squillers, do they take Darnell Wright?
Yeah, I can see them doing that.
Hey, if we didn't take Broderick Jones there, the Steelers would have been doing a happy dance.
Yep.
They would love him to be left tackle for that.
Oh, they would.
Deontay Banks, if they want a corner.
I think it's Deontay Banks.
I think this is where big man could go.
Yeah, I'm going to go Darnell right here.
I want to see who the right tackle is. real quick.
JSN?
What is it?
Do you think they'd pass up JSN? And this is a long way for JSN to fall, in my opinion, all the way to 17.
Well, they got Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, and they brought in Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
I think they go Deontay Banks.
They got Patrick Peterson and Levi Wallace as their other corner.
Yeah, they could go Big Banks. Makes sense here.
But on the line, they have left tackle Dan Moore Jr., right tackle Chukwuma Okorofor. Their line sucks.
Yeah.
Tackle.
You know what, man? They got to go Darnell Wright. I just don't. They got to go Darnell Wright here, don't they?
They've got to go O-line.
Block up for Najee. Try to give Kenny some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go Darnell Wright.
Yeah.
All right, so the Lions took Tyree Wilson earlier at edge. I can still see them going with a corner, a wide receiver.
They're going in Jigba. If Jigba falls this far, they'll
I'm good with that if you guys are.
Yeah, Jackson. Take Jackson, especially just losing Jameson. Yeah, take Jackson.
Buccaneers. Another team with a ridiculous amount of needs. Corner, safety, edge, offensive tackle, wide receiver, quarterback, running back, linebacker.
Who's their tight end?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'll pull up their depth chart real quick. So at tight end, they have K. Dotton, and he was pretty good for a young guy. He was a draft pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last year, he was pretty good. They don't really have back, but I mean, you don't need a Right now, they have Baker Mayfield as their starting quarterback.
Baller.
Rashad White as their starting running back. Tristan Wirfs at left tackle, but is he going to be left tackle? Matt Filer currently at right tackle. I didn't know they brought Filer in.
Sorry, we sent Will Levis somewhere, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Their corners are Carlton Davis, who they brought back, and Jamel Dean. They don't have a lot of depth behind that. D. Delaney is their nickelback. So I could see a corner still.
Yeah.
Pass rush. I mean, I think they run it 3-4.
It's like throw a dart, that, and they could use it.
Yep.
So Osiris Torrance on interior, Drew Sanders, Trent Simpson. We got Forbes and Banks, Cansey, Breesy, Michael Mayer, Kincaid, Jameer Gibbs, Anton Harrison, DeJuan Jones, Miles Murphy. I mean, is this where Murphy comes off the board?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Because they need a little bit of everything.
Yep.
And he's just best player at that point. You guys good with that?
I'm going with Murphy.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so Jalen Carter went to the Seahawks. I could see, I know they have the two big receivers. They could use a corner.
I could see him going corner right here with Banks. So this, because remember we were talking about with the 5th pick. I think
edge-wise, Murphy just went. I think anybody else would be a reach at the edge probably.
Yeah.
I think it's Deontay Banks.
I'd take Banks here.
They have Tariq Woolen. Mike Jackson is their other starting corner.
Who are the next couple below Brian Branch?
For safeties?
No, just in general.
Any players.
Oh, okay.
Just scroll down a little. Who do we still have?
Quentin Johnson, Banks, Brian Branch, Addison, Michael Mayer, Cansey, Zay Flowers, Dalton Kincaid.
They could take Cansey.
They took Carter.
Oh, Carter. So what am I saying? What am I saying?
Johnson's kind of a big body. He's more of an outside guy, which they kind of have.
Yeah, if they were going to take, would they take a Zay Flowers here?
Well, no, but let's talk about safety, though. They got good corners. What about taking a safety, rebuilding the
We
league?
got Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. What am I? Oh, my God.
heavily invested there.
Way too heavily invested. Never mind. I think they could go receiver here. But, I mean, don't they have Metcalf and Lockett? Aren't they happy with?
Yeah, it'd be more of a slot kind of guy, which none of these guys really are.
Right, and they're not really a passing team.
Well, Addison's probably a slot. Flowers is probably a slot.
I can see them taking Flowers.
And who are the edge guys still? Do we still have available?
Will McDonald,
Nah.
Zama. Yeah.
Who's top interior offensive line? Because I was
Can't see, but interior O line.
yeah.
Torrance would be a good pick.
Avila and Torrance are my top two guards as well.
20's a little early for guards normally, but
Yeah, it is.
might kind of hit them a
I
little
can
bit.
I can see Banks. Honestly, I think Banks are a slot receiver.
Yeah.
And they went defense, give him Flowers.
Yeah, best receiver probably.
Yeah.
Now we got the Chargers. Chargers need D line. They Are they keeping Allen? Because at the beginning of the season, it was all about trading him.
I
Jameer
think they could go Dalton Kincaid here, couldn't they? Or tight end.
They could easily go tight end.
Kincaid would make sense because Mike Williams, I heard, is a cap casualty. One of those guys that could be a cap casualty. I could see Dalton Kincaid fitting into them right here.
Yeah, their main tight end is Gerald Everett, who's bounced around
Right.
the last few years.
I would honestly go Dalton Kincaid right here.
Sebastian Joseph Day and Austin Johnson are their 2 D tackles. So
I think they have pretty big corner need, though, right?
Yeah.
They have Asante Samuel at 1, but they have Michael Davis at the other one. Well, J.C. Jackson that they brought in.
Yeah, he was hurt last year, so I think they're good at corner. What about another safety to help out Derwin James? Would Branch make any sense?
Yeah, Alohi Gilman is the other safety. Yeah, but I think tight end. I think they want to give Herbert more weapons.
Yeah, and Kincaid would be a perfect fit for him, I think.
Do you think they go Kincaid over Mayer?
What? I don't know. I don't know what type of offense they run. Is Mayer's like Dallas? He would fit more, but I don't know. It depends on. I just think they want a more explosive receiving type tight end. That's just my opinion, though.
Seems to be what everybody says. Kincaid's more of the downfield type.
Yeah.
So go with Kincaid.
Which, coming from an organization that had, what's his name back in the day? Antonio Gates. You know, they might be looking for that kind of big play guy.
Yeah. We'll give him Kincaid. And then the Ravens, I think corner is the big need.
Yep.
Deontay Banks is still on the board.
That's them right there, Deontay Banks.
Everybody go with that one?
Yep.
I got that and receiver as their 2 biggest needs. So, if they keep that, it'd be Quentin Johnson probably.
Yeah. Banks clearly is higher than Johnson.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I think it would be a conversation.
All right.
But they don't know who their quarterback is. So.
Well, no. And also to point back at receiver, not to get deep into this detail, remember Odell Beckham just had an accusation against him. So we don't know what that's going to be all about, too. So maybe they have to take receiver, you know?
So the Vikings, they got D-line, wide receiver, and corner again. Talk about this pick, and I'll be right back and let me know what you guys decided.
Okay, Vikings. Well, they lost Harrison Smith. Branch would make sense here. I could see them going receiver because they just lost Thielen. I mean, to help out with Justin Jefferson, so that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other than that, though, man, I'd have to scroll down a little bit more. I mean, they could go corner because they just lost what's his name, the veteran, who was just with them for 2 years, went to the Steelers, Pat Peterson. So, I mean, each of these guys can make sense right here. I don't know what they value right now. Do you give Kirk Cousins more weapons right now? I mean, you've got to give him a number. I might go Quentin Johnson here or Jordan Addison. You got to give him a number. You got to give him more options than Justin Jefferson, right? I mean, I don't know who else they have as their number 2 now.
I mean, their number 2 is probably T.J. Hawkinson, right? Their tight end. So,
oh, that's right. I forgot they traded for him. That's right. So they still can use another receiver, though. But yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Oof.
I'm fine with Quentin Johnson here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of myself. So,
all right, let's put him on the board.
Quentin Johnson, yeah.
Jaguars. That's another interesting team.
Well, they definitely don't need receiver help. I mean, they have Kevin Ridley, and the receivers are good last year, so they definitely don't need a receiver. Could they take Michael Mayer here?
Because they just franchised.
Oh, Ingram. They got Ingram. My bad.
They just franchised him. He hasn't
Yeah,
signed.
that's a 1-year thing. Plus, he's more of a receiver than he is an all-around guy. So, Mayer honestly makes a lot of sense. Some other needs I have edge, corner, which edge is kind of gone.
Yeah, go to the edge rushers.
Will McDonald,
Oh, no.
Like corner. So
I
you
should
got
safety
Forbes.
as well. I don't know how much, again, folks are generally valuing first round safeties right now, but
Yeah.
for them, I do show that.
They need a safety too, you said?
That's what I was seeing, yeah. Let's see here.
I mean, that would be for Branch, it's good value. And
Yeah.
like he's a lot like Dax where he can play that nickelback too.
Right.
So Aaron at their nickelback, Andre Siska at free safety, Rayshawn Jenkins at strong safety. Yeah, I would be good giving a Branch.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Branch or Mayer, I think. Yep.
Now the Giants are on the board. See, this is one Zay Flowers already went, but I really like Zay Flowers for them. And I do think they need a wide receiver.
Yep. They just paid Dimes, right? Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
Give him
And
his
then I
tool.
got corner, linebacker, safety. Yeah, we just took. So sneaky team that could slide in and take Forbes here, honestly.
I could see that.
But if we're just looking at receiver, maybe this is where Addison goes. Or is he just too much like everything else they have? They got a lot of small, it's like their whole team is slot receivers. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I could say, either way.
Who do they have at tight end? Like,
No, they just drafted
oh, they brought Darren Waller in, didn't they?
yeah, and they drafted a guy in like the 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah. So they should be set. Do we want to give him Addison? Or Emmanuel Forbes?
Bellinger. That's what I was thinking of. At tight end that they have.
Yeah. I guess you got to go Forbes here, don't you?
I'm going to give him Forbes.
Yeah.
Let's play one out where he's not available.
Why
This
not?
one is a no-brainer. It's Michael Mayer.
Yeah, Michael Mayer. There's no way he gets past Dallas.
So putting him there. And the Bills, they have quite a few needs.
I could see them taking Cansey here.
You got guard, wide receiver. Osiris Torrance would make sense. Wide receiver, Addison. Running back, Gibbs. Right tackle, I don't think there's anybody there. Corner, man, I don't know. Their one guy,
Addison.
the one guy was reported to be on the trade block, right? The D tackle,
I think it's going to be like last year where the
Ed
guy
Oliver.
that's falling down the board that we want is going to get taken right in front of us, and Cansey's going to go to the Bills.
All right, so let's do it. Let's give him Cansey. Now, what are you gonna do? I know what you're gonna do, Matt, but so let's look at all the positions. You got
without a doubt.
We're not taking a receiver, but damn, he would fill in good for Boyd in the slot a year from now. But you can't take that. Torrance would be, or Avila would be my starting left guard day one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Volson, but they'd be an upgrade. Corner, you're looking at Ringo and Smith.
Right.
For them, I think Breezy is 100% in the conversation for them. I'm not super.
I'm not sold on him, man. He's just too much of a question mark for me. I'm sorry.
This is like the one scenario Darnell Washington comes back into play.
We know pork chop here. I'm surprised. Is Matt all over Cam Smith in this one?
Harrison and DeJuan Jones, potentially, if you think Harrison can be a right tackle. He hasn't played it at Oklahoma. And then Gibbs at running back. Not the greatest options, but probably, to me, Breesy, Gibbs, and Cam Smith would be the top 3. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
So what the hell do you do here? I do think Torrance would be a sneaky good pick. I just think
You know what you do here.
the Bengals are so high on Volson, I think.
Yeah. Boy, it's buddy. A lot of people are on the Team Gibbs train right now, but you got to. You got to go premium. I got to stick to my.
David, 100% what you do is trade back in reality.
Yeah, this is where I would trade back right here.
You were praying for that phone to ring.
We trade back and we're thrilled about it.
Mm-hmm.
But without trading back here in this mock, we're going to take somebody. So Breesy, Cam Smith.
Cam Smith.
I know who you're in love with. We all do. Or Jahmyr Gibbs train. Choo, choo.
James Rapine conducted Gibbs train.
Yeah, between him and Houday Joe, who does the show like one day a week, unlike Greg and I. But
yeah.
So I'll say Gibbs. Matt said Cam Smith. We got 2 more voters here.
And Rob, please help me out here, man. Don't make this come down to me, bro.
Oh man, I was gonna say Brazil, but
we got 3 different votes.
Oh my god.
I think Brazil gives you, the interior pass rush, like
choo.
Gives us some pass rush, which we've been needing. There's some concern there, but like everybody's Boyle said, he's got a lot of personal baggage in the first half of the year, but
yeah, that's it. But he had an ACL injury. This is stuff with Brazil that he's just not explosive as I like, but I do think he would be a good pick. I mean, he was the #1 freaking recruit in the country just a few years ago.
Right.
So I wouldn't hate that at all.
Cam Smith.
So wait, Rob, what's your pick again?
He is an elite man-to-man corner who was forced to play zone last year. That's why his numbers dipped last year.
Well, no, Matt. I told you
the year before last.
Matt's got a good point there.
No, Matt. Pro Football Focus. Matt, Pro Football Focus.
Zone corner team, zone coverage is kind of what we play a lot of.
Yeah.
Matt had to go outside and cool off. He's not happy that Cam Smith wasn't immediately picked.
No, Matt.
It's the dogs keep barking.
No, Matt, so I told Dale this. Pro Football Focus has Cam Smith slated as a slot corner or even a safety. What's your response to that?
He could possibly play safety. I don't think he's a slot corner. He's an outside.
No, I want an outside corner is the thing. Can't he play outside corner?
He can play outside.
Yes, he can play outside corner, Greg. You've asked me this, I've said yes.
Well, I want his opinion too. I gather everybody's opinion. So.
I think he would be great at safety. I think he'll be great on the outside. I think he's great in every spot on the secondary.
He is madly in love with him, Greg. He thinks he's just great in general.
Oh boy, but Gibbs, though, man. Oh my God.
We don't. We're going to miss. We are going to miss
later.
that nastiness in our secondary with Von Bell going. We are going to miss that.
Here's the thing, Dale. Here's why I'm going Cam Smith. You have to stay young at defense. You have to stay young at defense. I got to go Cam Smith. I know Joe's going to hate me for this. Matt, I'm going with you on Cam Smith.
Wow. I feel so betrayed right now.
I'm sorry. Dale, there's so many other good running backs. There's a big
my pick almost switched with Rob.
Joe Goodberry even said it. His ball skills are elite. 23% of the time that the ball is thrown in his direction, he puts his hands on it.
I got some
either
balls
deflected
to put your hands on.
Or intercepted.
Yeah. But Dale, you got to think this too. There's so many other good running backs in this class. After Cam Smith, it's almost a big drop off at corner, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big Keely Ringo guy, so yeah. I mean,
Ringo ain't making it to your
that's
second.
me very hard on that point.
Yeah.
So the Saints, we got edge, D tackle, O tackle, lineman. D tackle, I mean, Breesy to me,
Yeah.
great pick for them.
Yeah.
Like if we pass on him, I don't think they would.
Yeah.
And now the Eagles, we've got Bijan. Addison, low key, wouldn't be a bad pick, but we talk about them needing a guard to replace the one guy. Just bring in Osiris Torrance and let him dominate.
Why not?
I'm good with that.
Just do that.
And then the Chiefs.
Ah, boo. I could see them taking DeJuan Jones here. I honestly could.
We'll get Madison.
Yeah, they need a receiver.
What happened, Matt? You popped out.
No, I hit the little refresh button, thinking it was the rotate button.
Right.
And then it makes us pick for the Steelers, even though it's second round because it's pick 32. I'll give them Ringo.
All right.
Which gives them Naples. It's FU
God
Steelers. But yeah, so we ended up with Cam Smith in this exercise. I'm okay with it.
I'm cool with that, man. Like I said, Dale, I will not be mad if we take Gibbs, but you got to look at premium positions, man, and big drop off after that. Although I like Julius Brents in the second round, you got to go with Cam Smith, man.
I'll be honest.
How would you feel if they had Cam Smith on the board, but then traded back? Would that burn you up?
No, it would not.
Matt.
What about Matt?
Slightly.
Uh-oh.
But what if do you think he would make it to 35?
Oof.
No.
Ish?
I don't think he would.
No.
Probably not with all the corners.
I don't think he makes it. I don't think he makes it past the Steelers with that second pick.
No.
That makes sense.
He fits with this. Yeah.
He fits exactly what they would want to do.
Oh, man, that's going to break your heart when that happens in real life.
Oh, it is.
Imagine them getting Darnell Wright and then Cam Smith.
Right.
Whew. Matt's becoming a Steelers fan.
No. I am slightly becoming a Panthers fan living in South Carolina, dude.
Uh-oh.
I might adopt them as my second team. Just because
Hey, why not, right?
all the
NFC
Bengals
team.
ties to that team.
No reason not to. Hey, Rob, it was good to meet you, and you coming on here, man. You have to do it again.
Nice to meet you, bud.
Yeah, I just can't catch the live stuff too often. Got 2 young kids, but always catch you guys on the replays for sure. So
That sounds just like my co-host, Derek and Joe.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for coming on, Rob.
We both have 2 young kids.
yeah, appreciate y'all.
Take
Hey,
care, buddy.
buddy.
All right,
Who
see
dat?
ya.
Who dat?
Well, that guy was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. He did a great
See,
job.
that's why I love to open it up like that.
Yeah.
Like that guy's like, hell yeah, have that guy on anytime.
So, Matt, let me ask you this. Would you be mad if we took Forbes? Do you like Forbes personally?
I'm all right with Forbes. I like the nastiness of Cam Smith.
No, I do too.
I don't know, that's your guy, right? You've got a guy, that's your guy. You're not going to be hate on the other guys that are good, but you want your guy. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I've
not at all.
always, like growing up, the Steelers were always a nasty team that would always beat us up. I still remember when Hines Ward knocked Keith Rivers out of the game.
Oh, yeah.
That used to eat me alive because we would never have players that would go out there and just pop people in the mouth. And we got that with Von Bell.
now. Remember our offensive line when they sat on the fucking bench when the fight was breaking out? And that picture didn't get off the fucking bench. God, I'm thankful we got some fucking glass eaters now.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's gonna punk our fucking team.
Hell, Joe, you won't even punk Joe Burrow.
Exactly.
Hey, it was a pleasure having you on, man. Love it.
Thank you so much, Rob.
But yeah, what is it?
I said, nice meeting you.
Yeah, he's the man. Hey, did you do Brew Jackets last night
Last night.
or Wednesday?
Yeah, I was on there. I was on there for like 15, 20 minutes. I had to work.
I want to hop on. They send thing out and like, oh, try to get back. I guess Lance had a new work schedule. I was like, yeah, I'll hop on sometime. I really hope they can luck in. They screwed up and won a game toward the end. So they don't have the best odds for the number one pick.
You're hoping that they can get Bedard.
Yeah, dude. That kid's supposed to be a generational fucking.
That's exactly what I was saying. Kevin, of course, was arguing with me that no, we don't.
I know. Kevin says there's 4 good players. I know.
I'm
Kevin arguing is like fucking just constant. This is all good. Yeah. I missed your face.
Bedard or bust.
Huh?
Bedard or bust.
That's what I give me the generational talent, right? I don't care what sport it is.
They got 2 first-round picks. They could trade up if they need to.
It don't work that way in hockey, man. No one's giving up to generational talent.
Yeah, exactly, in any sport.
Because, I mean, the last guy I think was like Sidney Crosby. Like, that guy's been in the league for 20 years. Like, oh, let's go Rangers. We got a Rangers. See, me and Matt are not like huge hockey guys. We're
no,
like
I'm not.
French hockey guys. We're trying over here. I was
on there for a half a year. I was on there for half the season.
I bought my first hockey jersey, Johnny Gaudreau, and those things are fucking comfortable. The hockey jerseys are super comfortable, especially for a fat man. I give it an A+ for fat man comfortableness.
I still haven't bought one yet.
It's got to count for something, right?
I thought about buying the reverse retro that they came out with, but
see, I like the red one, and that one got me ate up by all the Blue Jackets fans. The ones they had last year, where it was like red. I was like, it's totally different than the blue. They're like, yeah, but we're the Blue Jackets. I'm like,
we're not the Red Jackets.
I'm like, yeah, but it's different. I like something different.
It's like going out and buying the orange Bengals jersey, even though everybody buys that ugly ass thing.
So it's nice in South Carolina, huh? Today?
Like 70.
I got fucking rained on trying to cut my grass, and I just went out to piss a minute ago, and it's still fucking raining.
I got a jungle in my backyard, so.
I got jungle in my pants. Need to trim.
I'll show you my jungle if you show me yours.
What's up, Manny? Oh, we doing that? We're showing bushes? Greg, you got anything exciting to talk about?
Exciting to talk about. Let's see here. I'm just ready for the draft, man. I'm just ready for it to come up and all that and stuff. Rally, we got our show coming up Monday, as always, and all that. Hopefully we have some more hat giveaways for the future. Shout out to Foxy, by the way, for tweeting the hat out, and my buddy Justin for doing it. Hopefully the third guy that gets his hat will do it also. But, yeah, man, hopefully we have some more giveaways coming up soon. So, okay, make sure you catch us on Rally Around the Natty, Mondays at 7, and catch me also with Dale and them here on weekdays at Brews at 3:30, man. Just been awesome. I just think we're all just ready for the draft,
Catch me at your mom's house.
What am I eating this weekend? Lord, I'm eating Chipotle soon. I just ordered Chipotle to go coming up soon.
That's why he wasn't paying attention.
No, I was letting you talk. I was just ordering food. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Poor job's a manscaper. Fair enough.
I'm kind of losing connection with you here a little bit, so.
All right, Greg. We'll see you, buddy.
Hey, take care. Hey, are you guys doing a show tonight?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
All right. I'll be there. Luther Vision will be there. Take care, guys.
See you, buddy. Yeah, so.
I won.
Joe and Derek, their once-a-week appearance on Bengals and Brews. Greg and I have been doing shows like in KM and Iceman. He's not really been popping in. Freaking loser. But, yeah. So, be on with Joe and Derek, 8 o'clock, talking D-line, deep dive into D-line prospects. Matt, you got anything going on you want to tell the people?
Nope. Catch me at your mom's house.
It's not true.
As far as like Bengals social media, no, I ain't got anything going on.
Matt, my mom's dead. Why did you have to bring it up?
I didn't. I was talking to the public.
She is dead, but I'm fucking with you.
I was talking to these people.
these people. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Matt, I appreciate you hopping on. We got Cam Smith in a mock draft, so even if it don't happen in real life, you can always go back to this moment where we drafted in for you in this mock draft.
He's not a Steeler.
He's not in this mock
All right,
draft.
buddy. Take care.
You too, man. Good day, everybody. Love you all. Appreciate the support.
Who they, baby? Let's go! It's time! Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and up. In the jungle, we unite and up. Trippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight? Live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move tossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Finger bottle, never stop it. To the feasting on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins.
The real question is, what the hell am I supposed to do now for 2.5 hours? Can't go finish cutting my grass because it's raining. This is bullshit. I'm going to have to do some more mock drafts. Fuck yeah. Who dey? Love y'all.